What's up, my Pugnios? Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, we're going to be going over the thinnest case here that at least I could find for your iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, the folks at TAC have a myriad of different options here for case protection, but specifically we're going to be going over the thinnest case, which is a whopping 0.35 millimeters thin. Tiny. However, it still gives you good protection, it's Magsafe compatible, and it's still sleek. With that said, folks, this is a sponsored video. The folks at TAC did reach out to me and provide this complimentary. They also provided us a 10% discount code down below in the description if you'll check that out. You can use that when you check out on their website. Links and pricing and availability will be down in the description as well. Let's go ahead and unbox this case and go over some of the features. Alright, let's go ahead and move the phone over here to the side and see the different cases here that TAC has provided. Alrighty. Alright, so it looks like here in the charcoal color, we've got the 2.0 standard case. In this clear opaque color, we've got the standard 1.0. The difference being the cutouts for the case. Let's go ahead and review 2.0 first. Now, they sent me a couple of cases here, one for the iPhone 13 and one for the 13 Pro Max. You can see here how thin this is. We're going to be reviewing specifically the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I like how they're nicely prepared and provided in these little Ziploc baggies, but dang, first impressions, that is thin. That is a thin case. I mean, look at that. Wow. The case obviously comes in a myriad of different colors. I opted into the midnight black. You can see obviously you got your cutout punch out for the camera array. You've got a sleek matte black design that's also scratch resistant, which is really, really nice. You've got the cutouts here for your speaker grill and your charging port. Cutouts for your buttons, as well as volume rocker, do not disturb switch. Looking in here, I mean, this is very, very well engineered. Really sleek design. They've opted into having the phone go and butt up all the way against the case. There's no warping. A lot of these types of small cases here will have warping. They'll have issues because they're so thin. And there's, you know, when it comes to the engineering and tooling, it's problematic. But this is so sleek. This is such a really well crafted product. The punch out is so nice. There's no sharp edges. They also added a little bit thicker here for the camera array because you want to make sure and have a little bit of a lip when it comes to protecting your camera. Also on the edges here, it does have a little bit of a lip, which means that you can still have a screen protector on, as well as it'll lip up to the top, so it'll have protection around the case. They mentioned on their website that it's 0.35 millimeters, which is crazy, and it's supposed to be under 10 grams. Weighing it here, it is 8 grams. Super light, 8 grams. That's super light. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and install the device here. I usually go from the bottom to the top, and it kind of just wraps right around it. Nice and snappy. It is a very, very firm fit. I mean, you can't even tell that this case is on here. It is so thin. I really like how it snaps in place because it gives me that comfort that this is really, you know, wrapping around it itself. Again, it is scratch resistant and does have some protection here against light drops. Obviously, you're not going to be wanting to drop this off very high surfaces, but nonetheless, it does give you some comfort. Let's look at the camera right here and check it out specifically. You do have a little bit of the case itself actually touching onto the lens, but it's actually not on the lens. It's on the lower part of the lens, which is nice. You can see that the LiDAR isn't covered and the LED light and any of those other sensors are not covered either. It's just a sleek, sleek case. Looking at the punch outs here, you still have access to the power button, easy access to the volume rocker. Do not disturb switch is not impeded at all. They have cutouts here enough for the speaker grill as well as the charging port. I mean, what can I say? It is really nice. You can hear that the plastic itself is what's rubbering, meaning that there is a lip, but it's so small. It's like 0.35 millimeters. But what's still nice is it's not going to be touching your screen when it rubs. Same with on the back side here of the camera array. I really like it. I mean, this looks really good. It's such a really sleek color. Really good design, plain. It doesn't have all these extra textures. It's just nice. Alright, now that we've reviewed 2.0, let's go to review here 1.0. Right off the get-go, this is a light case, like super light. But it also is, you know, very sturdy. It is somewhat opaque. You can see through it, which I like. This is what I would prefer because you're going to be able to see that graphite, which is what I really love to see on the back of my case. I want to be able to see my phone entirely. That's what's going to go into my decision to buy a case. Weighing it here, the other one comes in at 8. This one comes in at 7 grams. With that said, let's look at it here closely. You can see it's made from that very, very similar material. Super duper thin, no flaws at all. The camera bump looks very, very nice. That punch out cutout is very sleek. There's no rough edges. Going around here, they've punched out holes for the volume rocker and the do not disturb button. We've got the punched out for the input, speakers, and then power button. You can feel here that the edge of the case is rounded. It's curved because, you know, it's going to grip onto your phone, but it's also going to provide you a little lip as well as the other one for protection. Without further ado, let's go ahead and put this into the case. It's a very, very nice and tight fit. I like how clicky it is. It connects and it's good. This one has a little bit less clearance because I put a screen protector on in between the videos. You can see here that it does stretch out though ever so slightly, and that's all you're going to really need. When it hits the table, you don't want it scratching there on the screen. You want to have a light little tiny lip there so it you know, it rubs on the case rather than the screen. Going on the back here, you can see it is a little bit opaque. You can see the little reflection of the Apple symbol, which I like. Is a nice touch. And then the camera array here, for your guys' purposes, you can see it does stretch all the way across. It does clear it. So when it's on the back, it's rubbing on the plastic rather than on the screen. I mean, both of these cases are super duper sturdy. They are scratch resistant. They are going to provide you some protection against drops. You know, it is really thin. These are both 0.35 millimeter thin. Finally, to conclude here, you can see that this is Magsafe compatible. It does go right through. It's sturdy. It's not moving anywhere. Last but not least, guys, I wanted to make sure and confirm with you guys that it's Magsafe friendly. I've got the Magsafe Powerbank by Apple. Place it right there on the back. It connects just fine, and you get the animation here that it's Magsafe compatible and it's charging. It looks sleek. It holds onto it just fine. It's not going to fall off. That 0.35 millimeters thickness is not going to do anything. It's not going to impede the magnets from being able to stick and charge and whatnot. With that said, folks, the 1.0 and the 2.0 are very, very good options here for honestly having a case. These are super duper thin. These are going to match your lifestyle. You can get them in a number of different colors, and I think they're very, very reasonable, very high quality. With that said, guys, if you wanted something that was definitely minimalist, if you want something that's very budget friendly, that matches your lifestyle, I highly recommend here that you check out the thin case from TAC. They have reached out, sponsored this video, and provided this case complimentary for me to review and provide to you guys, and I think it's worth it, honestly. I think they have careful consideration for the case and camera array. Make sure that you've got protection all the way up to like the millimeter. You've got a super thin case that's really, really nice, matte black, and also provides you enough space and clearance so that if you do drop it, it protects it, and also if it rubs on the table, it's not going to be scratching your screen or even the camera lenses. With that said, guys, down below in the links in the description is a promo code, 10% off your order if you check it out. Feel free to click the links down in the description here to help out the channel. With that said, my name is Andy with Andy Vlogs. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you want to see more of this content. We'll see you on the next one.